Welcome everyone. This is morning Qi Gong, morning in New York and afternoon in Europe and maybe super early somewhere else. So we're going to do the 8 brocades Qi Gong practice this morning, which is based on the brocaded silk flowing fabric that there's this opportunity to sort of embody that, the flow of the silk fabric. And the purpose of the Qi Gong practice is to awaken the body's vitality through the field of elixir. And I'll explain a little bit more about that. But this morning, what I'd like to do is, I'm just gonna invite, there you are, okay, good morning. So I'm just gonna invite kind of an intention for this practice this morning. And Pema Chodron has a really beautiful small book called Living Beautifully with uncertainty and change. And her, what she speaks about here are commitments that we can make as a daily practice when we are living in times of uncertainty and change, which I would say describes the world right now. So the first commitment is to do no harm. And I want to dedicate this practice this morning to doing no harm to your body, no harm to your heart and your mind and your soul. The second commitment is to take care of one another. And I think that this ensemble hero experience is really here to awaken us to community and to this larger perspective of that we're not in this alone, even though we are in our solo journey. And the third commitment is to embrace the world as it is. And I love that because it's not necessarily accept. It's more about, good morning, it's more about embracing what is here, what is true. And in that process of doing that, we place ourselves directly in the world, in our life. So I'd like to dedicate these commitments to our Qi Gong practice this morning. Okay, so let's begin. Can you hear me okay? Just give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. Great, okay. So on this beautiful day, it's kind of looking like it's possible that it will rain here. Beautiful, beautiful rain, and perhaps the sun will come out. We just never know. So let's begin by just kind of moving the body, letting the arms flow freely. And finding your breath in that. How does your breath feel comfortable? Kind of waking up your body. You can even bring the arms up a little bit and then down. Give a little pat. And bringing your awareness to your feet. So when we practice Qi Gong, we bring our awareness to what we call the bubbling wells. So that's the energy centers on the palms of the hands and the soles of the feet. So Making sure that you have this awareness of the bubbling wells helps you to be grounded and to be the channel of energy that will move through you as we step through the Qi Gong practice. There's a few other things that I just want to draw your attention to, what I referred to before as the field of elixir. And one of the purposes of the Qi Gong practice is to cultivate the field of elixir, which is the energy or the essence, the vitality, the spirit. And the field of elixir is also known as the Tangen, Tantien, Tanden, depending on what language is spoken. And that's just below the navel. So we're going to be working with that field of elixir to bring more flow and vitality into the physical and energy body. The other thing that I just want to draw your attention to is in between each brocade movement, we will be doing the cleansing or clearing breath called Wuji. And that's the breath where you inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And at the very end, we're going to be doing a little bit of a different Wuji breath where it's slower, subtle, and very profound. So we breathe in, slowly rising, and then we bring our left hand a little lower than our right and sort of seal in the energy and let that come down. That feels good. Okay, so let's move to the first brocade. So this is called pressing the heavens with two hands. And this works, the meridian system is part of what is sort of stimulated during the Qi Gong practices. And this is something called the triple heater. So for folks that have hot flashes or have highs and lows of temperature, this is excellent for that, to help to regulate. So when we begin each brocade, we're going to step into that brocade. So we're bringing, this is kind of the neutral position where the feet are just almost together. So what we do is lift the left leg, bringing our attention to that bubbling well, and just placing our feet about shoulder width apart. And so we are going to bring our, I'll demonstrate first, bring hands up with an inhale, and just about at heart level, we're going to turn the hands, exhaling out, coming up on the toes, and stretching the arms as far as you can, exhaling, and then out, and coming back down. So that's one. Okay, so let's begin that. Also, when you come up on the toes, just notice if you start to step, that's fine. Don't worry about the actual movements as much as the flow of the energy. So you can step, lose your balance a little, and just find your place again. Okay, so let's begin. So inhaling up, palms up, right at the heart level, turning, exhaling, coming up on the toes, reaching as far as you can, and then carving that circle. Out, 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 coming back down. Inhale, exhaling at the heart, up, reaching to the heavens. Out, 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 and down. Again. Exhaling, pressing the heavens, reaching. And coming down again. We're going to do two more. Exhale. One more. Inhaling. Exhale. stepping back. Let's do 3 Wuji breaths. The second brocade is called drawing the bow. So we're going to move into a deeper stance this time, lifting our legs very gently and stepping out into a wide horse stance. And you can go as wide or as narrow as you wish. So your stance might look like this, or it might look like this. And so this brocade is about working with the liver, the heart, the lungs, and air, the element of air. So this is to strengthen your vision, your insight, the inspiration that you live with, intention, and bringing clarity. So this is a beautiful practice to set intention and to focus on what it is that you wish to create in your life. So we're going to start always on the left. So we're going to bring our hands around. And with the left hand, we're going to create the arrow. So two fingers together, index and middle finger together, thumb up, and we're creating the arrow. So you can do it straight on. You can do it wherever you want. So just feel what that feels like to actually set your sight on the target. And then with the right hand, we're going to grab the bow. So we're going to inhale and exhale, pull back. And let go. Let the arrow fly. Then we're going to move to the right side. Again, setting the arrow on your sight. And you can experiment of how you wish to flow with that. Inhaling and grabbing the bow, exhaling, pulling. And letting go. So you become both the arrow and the bow and the arrow flying through the air. So inhale, setting the arrow. Exhale. Let it fly. To the right. Setting the arrow. Inhaling. Exhaling, pulling. Inhaling. And exhaling. To the left. Inhaling, setting your arrow, and exhale. To the right, inhaling, set that arrow, and pulling, like letting it be isometric. Keeping in mind what it takes sometimes when you set your sight and that sort of last pull at the end to bring this possibility into the world, letting go. One more on the left. And last one on the right, setting the arrow. Coming back, center. Let's do 3 Wuji breaths. Just giving yourself a moment now to feel your body. You may have sensations in the body, just letting that happen. Being aware of the bubbling wells on the bottom of the feet, grounding the energy in the hands. Take a few breaths. And the third brocade, we're going to step out, shoulder width apart. And this is called separating heaven and earth. And this is working on the stomach and spine meridian and has the energy, the element of earth. So it's very much about clearing your core. It's also, if you're feeling anxious or overly analyzing something, this is a beautiful practice. It's a grounding practice, and it also, by separating heaven and earth, it really brings you to the earth realm as the earthly being that you are. So I'll demonstrate. It's going to be breathing up, palms up, right about at the heart level again. You're going to take your left hand and press up to heaven as you press your right hand down to the earth. You can see my top hand goes all the way up. And then I'm going to come up on my left. So my spine, as I carve out, is actually, there's kind of this undulating movement. Exhaling, separating again, letting it be isometric as much as you wish, all the way up, coming up on the right foot, and then carving out, and letting yourself feel that movement of the spine. So there's this groundedness, this flow, and this earthly experience of being in the body. So let's do that. So inhaling, exhaling, separating heaven and earth. Inhaling up, separating right hand high, left low. Feeling the space within your body. Inhaling up, exhaling left. Now, left high, right low. Inhaling. Right high, left low. Now, right high, left low. And last one, inhale. Left high, right low, feeling that tension coming from the heavens down to earth. Inhaling, right high, left low. Stepping back. 3 Wuji breaths. Again, feeling your body, noticing sensations, letting your breath just come to a natural state, whatever feels comfortable for you. And we're going to step out again to shoulder width. Right. This is called wise owl, gazing backward. So we're going to bring our awareness to the bubbling well. So the palms will be out, And we're going to begin to embody the owl, who has this capacity to turn its head almost all the way around. And it was thought that the head is the doorway of the inner goddess, the inner god, goddess. So this is about intuition, clearing a pathway. It's also wonderful for any kind of chronic fatigue, especially if we tend to hold the fatigue in the neck, shoulders. So I will demonstrate. So it's in kind of a alert but relaxed enough position. So we're going to inhale and turn the head, just the head, to the shoulder, the left shoulder. Exhale. I'm going to come up on my right heel and turn and do a little twist, whatever feels comfortable to you. Then I'm going to exhale just the head back, and then inhale back to the position. So it's inhale to the right, turning the head. Exhale, making that twist, becoming the owl. Inhaling just the head, and exhaling back. Okay, so let's try that. So we'll start with the left. Inhaling, head turning to the left shoulder. Exhaling, making that final twist, coming up on the right heel. Inhaling the head back, and then exhale. So the separation of these movements brings more body awareness. So at first we're moving the neck, and then we move into the spine and do, again, no harm. So just as much as feels comfortable to you. So let's inhale to the right, looking to the right with the head. Exhaling, coming up on the left heel and doing that little final twist, standing tall. Inhaling, just the head back, and exhaling. To the left, inhale. Exhaling, twisting. Inhaling, just the head. Exhale, back. And as I do this, I'm seeing all the little chipmunks in my yard. One is sitting on top of the Buddha head over there, and I'm just thinking, if I were an owl, I would be very interested in these chipmunks. So inhaling to the right, exhaling. Inhaling just the head, and exhaling back. Inhaling to the left, just the head. Exhaling, twisting. Inhaling the head, and then exhaling, turning all the way around. To the right, inhaling. Exhale. Inhaling just the head. Exhale. Two more, inhaling to the left. Exhaling. Inhaling the head. And exhaling, return. To the right, inhaling. Exhaling. Becoming the owl. Inhaling just the head back. And exhaling. One more round. Inhaling to the left. Exhaling. Turning. Exhaling. This gives you a different perspective. You increase your vision. Inhaling to the right. Exhaling. Inhaling the head back. And exhaling back to center. Stepping back. Let's do 3 Wuji breaths. So for the 5th brocade, we're going to be stepping into the deeper horse stance. Again, wherever that feels comfortable, it might be like this for you, or it might be like this. This is my favorite one, called Dragon Sipping Water. So here we're going to be working with the heart fire and the element of fire. So this is finding harmony, especially harmony from burnout. Coming back into ease and kindness. So what we're going to do to be very kind to our knees and our ankles and our hips is we're always going to move in unison. The feet are going to follow the knees follow the hips. Right? So be mindful of making sure that you're not torquing or twisting your joints. So we're going to start with moving to the left. And we're going to, I can just demonstrate first, we're going to dip down with an inhale as low as is comfortable. It might be like this for you, or it might be lower to the center, and then we begin the exhale up. So turning, exhale up. We can add a little just a deeper movement by placing our hand on the sacrum and just coming down. Then we're going to inhale back down to the center, and then beginning that exhale coming up. Right hand to the sacrum and just coming a little deeper into that movement. Then we're going to inhale to the left and down, pausing right at the center, and then the exhale is going to be coming straight forward. So that's one set. Okay, so let's begin that together. So we're going to move to the left, inhaling down, becoming that dragon, that beautiful long neck, wanting to just sip that water, get the refreshment, exhaling, coming up, and just going a little deeper into that stance. Inhaling back down, right to the center, exhaling up. Right hand to the sacrum, going deeper into the spine. Inhaling down, right to the center, pausing, and then exhaling, curling up. Beautiful. Turning to the right. Inhaling down, right to the center. Exhaling up. Right hand to the sacrum, plunging just a little deeper if that feels comfortable to you. Inhaling back down. Beginning the exhale from the center up. Left hand on the sacrum, coming deeper into the stance. Inhaling down, right to the center, pausing, exhaling, curling up. Beautiful. Turning to the right, inhaling down, exhaling up. Lunge. Inhaling. Exhaling up. Lunge. Inhaling down, pausing at the center. Exhaling, curling the neck, the spine. Turning to the left. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling down. Exhale. Inhaling down to the center. Exhale. One more to the right. Inhaling down. Exhale. And inhale down. Exhale. Inhaling down. And pausing, exhaling, curling. Beautiful. Let's do one more on the left. To the left, inhaling down. Exhaling. Left hand on sacrum. Inhaling down. Exhale. Feeling the movement in the spine. Inhale. Exhale. And inhaling down for the final pause in the center. And exhaling, curling up. Beautiful. Let's step back. 3 Wuji breaths. Beautiful. Again, feeling your body. It's taking a moment. What feels different? Noticing any sensations that you haven't felt before. As your body awakens and enlivens. For the 6th brocade, we're going to step out into just shoulder width apart. And this is called touching toes, bending backwards. So we're going to kind of defy our idea of the physical world. So this is working with the kidney meridian. So the kidney being right here. And we're going to be kind of waking up that meridian through the movement. So this, the kidney Qi has to do with your life force. So folks that age before their time are using up their kidney Qi. This is a beautiful way to keep that alive, along with other kinds of good living practices. But this is working on one's sense of belonging, one's sense of their own essence and vitality and life force. So what we're going to do is we're going to work with the bubbling wells and putting our hands together in an upside down triangle and placing that on the Tantian, right, on the field of elixir, the place of essence and vitality. So I'll demonstrate first. So the first thing we'll do is inhaling and bending backwards. Exhale. Coming forward. And we're going to be moving our hands from the kidneys down to the back and the outer aspect of our legs. Fingers around the toes, and then moving our hands up the inner aspect of the leg and return. Touching toes, bending backwards. So let's begin. So inhaling, bringing our hands to the kidneys and bending back, opening the heart. Exhaling. Hands coming down the outside and back of the legs, fingers around the toes and moving back up and returning to the field of elixir. Inhaling. Exhaling down. As the toes come around, inhaling up and exhaling, return. Inhaling. Bending back, opening. Exhale down. Inhale up and exhale, return. Again, inhale. Opening the heart. Exhaling down. Inhaling up, waking the meridians up, and exhale, return. We're going to do 2 more. Inhaling. Exhale. Carving the hands along the meridian. Inhaling up and exhale. Last one. Inhaling. Exhaling down. Inhaling up and exhale. Coming back to neutral and 3 Wuji breaths. So for the 7th brocade, we're going to step out once again in wide horse stance, and this again wherever it feels comfortable for you. And what we're going to be doing, this is called fierce eyes riding the horse. So this has to do with the liver meridian, but also works on the eyes and focus. So this is to bring clarity in our vision, to strengthen our vision, the subtlety of our vision, to also feel our power. We can, kind of use our body to push or to pull, but it's really through the eyes is where our power is, how we can brighten our eyes or bring the fierceness, the energy out of our eyes is a very powerful thing. This also can help to bring an awareness of appropriate anger. Walking around angry all the time does not serve, but there is an appropriateness to anger that can get channeled and focused, that actually for the good. So what we're going to do is we're going to come into horse stance, and we're going to put our hands out and curl our fingers, and then just wrap our thumbs around. So we're not going to be bending, we're going to be straight on, and then we're going to kind of rotate so that the palms are up and bringing our fists back to our waist. So we're going to first bring our left hand out, and I'll just demonstrate. So it's an inhale, and then the exhale is moving, kind of rotating and bringing our fist out. The energy is coming from the eyes, and so I'm not locking out. We want to preserve our joints, so the lockout will be about like that, right? So then we'll go inhale and do the same thing on the right. Then we're going to bring our left hand to the right ear and exhaling to the left. Then we bring our right hand to the left ear, to that side, and then we're going to cross. And I'm going to walk you through with the breath. The other important piece is that we're really going to be working with the energy here. So once we move out with that exhale, we're going to open the palms, turn, and bring the energy back. Okay, so I'll talk you through that. So let's begin. So we're going to inhale, exhale, left hand out. It's kind of a little snap. Open the palms, turn, bring the energy back in. Inhale, exhale. Open and bringing the energy back in. Left hand to the right ear. Inhale, exhale, fierce eyes. Open, bring the energy back. Right hand, left ear. Inhale, open, bringing that energy back in. Crossing the arms at the heart level, inhaling, exhaling, right out the eyes, open, and bringing that energy back. So that's one bound. Again, inhaling, exhaling to the left, open, and returning, bringing back. Inhale, right hand, open, and return. Left hand to the right ear. Inhaling, exhaling across the body. Open and return. Right hand to left ear, inhaling, exhaling. Open and returning. Crossing the hands, inhale, exhaling isometrically. Open and taking back in the energy. To the left, inhale, exhale, open and return. Inhale, exhale, and return. Left hand to right ear, inhale, open and return. Right hand to left ear, inhale, exhale, feel the energy in the hands, open and return. Crossing, inhale, isometrically using your arms to ignite the eyes, open and returning. One more time, inhale, left, open, inhale, open and return. Left hand to right ear, inhale, open and return. Right hand to left ear, inhale, and open and taking that energy back in. Crossing, inhale, exhale, open and return. Stepping back, 3 deep breaths. And again, just feeling the body. Just taking a moment, maybe closing your eyes, letting the sensations flow through you. Feeling the bubbling wells on the bottom of the feet and hands. And when you feel ready, you can open your eyes. And we're going to be working now with the 8th brocade, which is a very simple movement with very powerful effects. So again, we come back to do no harm. So we're going to be shaking the body. So if you have issues with your knees or your spine, to just modulate that for yourself, be very careful. So I'm just going to demonstrate first. So we're going to inhale, palms up. And as we inhale, we come up on our toes. Pause just for a minute and then drop. And this is called igniting the energy or shaking the body. It's also known as eliminating 100 terrible diseases from the body. So this is a very important way to close the 8 brocades, because we have awakened the energy. And now we're kind of settling as we're also igniting the energy. So let's begin by inhaling, palms up, coming up on the toes. And if you need to do a little toe dance, that's fine. So just coming up, pausing just a bit there, and then dropping down and letting the body shake. Again, inhaling. And exhale. Inhaling. Up on the toes, pausing and dropping. Inhaling. Exhale. Inhaling. And exhaling. Let's do 7 today, so we'll do 2 more. Inhaling. Inhale. Pause. Beautiful pause. And dropping. Stepping back. And here we're going to do the slow Wuji breath for clearing. So we're going to inhale up. And then the left, as you can see my hands, the left is a little bit lower. And we're just going to seal in the energy. And bring. Let's do that again. Inhaling. And feeling the energy. And letting that go. Slow, slow, slow. One more time. Inhaling. Sealing in. And now just taking a comfortable stance wherever it feels comfortable for you with your feet. And let's sort of bathe in the beautiful feelings of this earthly body. Let your breathing be easy and natural. I am surrounded by bird sounds. I hope you can hear them. The breeze is just really soft and caressing today. The sun has come out. I feel the warmth. One of the finest ways that we can sort of down-regulate our fight or flight response, the sympathetic nervous system, is to be outside in nature, to be in movement. So I hope today that you find some time to be outside, to connect with the natural way of things, that nature knows exactly what to do even when we feel lost. And when you feel ready, you can open your eyes.